Hello, I'm your host, Jennifer Bliss. This is the Social Media Engagement Research for Knots TV project and presentation. Situational analysis is to establish Knots TV's customer database, then we can use all that information to target them going forward. I need to draw your attention to two studies. One from Stoll, which was conducted in 2010 to 2022, which shows that older people are more likely to spend time watching TV. Another study from Zote outlines that social media usage of Gen Y being the highest across Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, followed by Gen X. As you can see in the top left corner, we've got how frequently do you watch Knots TV? So this is data that's been pulled from the May 2023 Knots TV survey. About a third of the Knots TV watchers are engaged watchers, just under half are low engagement watchers, and we can deduce from Stoll's survey that the most engaged watchers are likely to be older viewers. So you can see in the top, we've got almost every day, weekly, those are your most engaged, and then about once a month, less than once a month, those are your less engaged. Okay, so this gives us a good overview for customer demographics for Knots TV. Primary customers are regular TV watchers, so Gen X and our Facebook users. These are your highly engaged demographic. The secondary users are social media natives, Gen Y, who use Instagram, Twitter, and then Facebook. From the data, they don't tend to watch Knots TV as much and are less engaged. So Gen Y are the people that we want to target because they will engage, you just need to up it, and then we can turn them into highly engaged viewers. So, as you can see, this is a lovely collage of greatest hits. This is just a few snapshots. So it starts with Instagram over on the left, and then Facebook in the middle, and then Twitter on the right. So as you can see, we've got consistent branding with text, highlight colors, backgrounds. We've got questions on the images, which ups the engagement because people are going to stop their scrolling and be like, oh, what does that mean? Do I want to engage with that? And either whack a comment on there or share it with a friend or anything like that. So you can see there's 42 comments on that. So really good engagement with that kind of thing. And you can see there's consistent posting across all the platforms. So there is this lady that is the exact same reel, same subtitles, everything on all of their platforms. And you can see it's posted at about the same time on the same day. And then we've got subtitles on images and the links on image to direct traffic. So this Twitter one, basically, if you clicked on that image, it would take you to the article that is related to Hart and Wilson, who's been diagnosed with cancer, unfortunately. So that's the greatest hits radio. So some ideas that we can borrow from your competitors is put article headlines on the images, often including a call to action, turning the images into hyperlinks to redirect audience to Knots TV website, tagging others in the post, which will increase the potential audience of the post. So either tag person or brand will repost.
This is Twitter, is it?
These are all of them.
This is all
Suggesting for all socials.
Yeah,
for all socials.
All socials. The idea is you want it to be nice and consistent, and then you stand out in your social media, basically. So you're like, oh, okay, it's, I don't know, blue, black and white for Knots TV branding colours. You can immediately know it's Knots TV.
Yeah.
So that's why Greatest Hits I thought was the best example to showcase that, because you immediately know it's Greatest Hits. Yeah. And then also creating posts that include affiliate links and sponsors from companies. So that was, I can't remember which competitor it was off the top of my head, but one of them did that, and it was like a mattress company, and they had like lots of affiliate links on their posts, which is great because you get a kickback. Knots TV analysis. Okay, so before we get into it, let's do some key definitions. So we've got impressions, which are the number of times a post has appeared in someone's timeline. So one person can see the same post 3 times, meaning the total of impressions is 3. The reach is the number of people a post has reached. So one post has been seen by 3 people, which means the total of reach is 3. Engagement covers any interaction with a post, such as likes or reactions, comments, retweets, shares, saves, clicks, media interactions, profile visits, and follows. So just before we get into the data.
So the impressions in the reach, when you say one person can see the same post 3 times, they would have had to click on it 3 times, or 5 times, or 10 times, or 20 times. Is that how that works?
Okay, so impressions.
And impressions and reach always seem like they're the same to me. When you put it like that, don't they? It's the number of people a post has reached. One post has been seen by 3 people.
Yeah. So reach, I always think as people.
Yeah, reach
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Impressions is views.
Yeah. So if you think about it in traditional media, reach is if you give one leaflet to 3 people, That's your reach. If you think about it, impressions is 3 leaflets. Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. So that brings me to behaviour summary. So Instagram is the most engaged platform out of all 3. Facebook has the most direct post engagement metrics. Media engagement is the highest, followed by clicks and profile visits. This suggests that quiet, behind-the-scenes action are most comfortable for viewers. So these are the people that will do anything apart from comment directly on your post.
Do anything.
Yeah, but it's like you can track if they're sharing it with their friends. You can track if they're liking it. You can track if they're saving it for later, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So that's what I call like the behind the scenes metrics. Comments seems very like in your face online, and like sharing to your stories, for example, that's more of a, hey, I'm really interested in this and I don't mind my peers knowing about it.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by that.
Yeah.
And then unsurprisingly, people that are happy to shout about their opinions online, post engagements are the lowest metric, suggesting users are not comfortable sharing their opinions to a large audience. Best time to post across all 3 channels is the afternoon, so 2 till 5 p.m, which suggests the audience checks socials during the afternoon slump, school run, commuting, etc., those kind of things. And fun fact, there is no correlation on the best day to post. I did have a look.
Just really, really simply, how do you come to the conclusion that these are 2 most relevant people to speak about? How do you decide? Because maybe there's several of these people.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and these just are 2, in your view, these are 2 most relevant.
So these are your archetypes. So as you can see here, I've put the pie charts back up. You're never going to escape pie charts in this presentation. But basically, you see we've got the May 2023 Knots TV survey demographics.
Yeah.
So we've got those 2 slices of the pie chart. I'm going to stand up and point this to the music. So these are your Gen Y chunk.
Yeah.
And these are your Gen X chunk. So these people are the people that have actually taken the time out to do your Knots TV survey. So these are people that already know about Knots TV.
Okay.
You following me so far? So you can see the majority of your audience here is Gen X.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
And then the secondary audience is Gen Y.
Okay.
And then if we flip that, so that links up to your highly engaged customer journey, which is map 2, I think. Yes. And it links up to your commenting carol. Then we've got, if we flip it the other way, so customer journey map 1, which is your social media to live TV, we can see here almost, well, over half of your Facebook and Instagram demographics are the Gen Y people. So they are your lurking loops. These are the people that are lowly engaged, but they form most of your social media. These are the people that are going to be responsible for increasing your awareness and basically getting that free advertising that you want for Knots TV. And they'll be pushing everything out, and you can get them more engaged with Knots TV to then basically up this eye chart figures basically. So it's like a nice cycle of awareness and engagement for both customer journeys. So they are linked, but I've tried to separate them so it's not too confusing. Are you still with me, Chris?
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Anyone got any more questions? Okay, great. So that's where these are coming from, and that's why they're the 2 archetypes, because I thought that's the best way to divide it up. Okay, so this is the overview of the social media analysis for Knots TV. It's been
the 6 months.
so this is the January to May 2024 stats.
Yeah.
This has been the majority of the project. This is what I spent most of the time pulling together for you. And it's just an overview of all of your social media from Jan to May 2024. And the whole reason why I've done this is basically it gives you a really good starting point for any future campaigns. So if you want to measure any smart objectives, you can look at this and be like, okay, this is where we're starting from. And then if you want to, I don't know, up your shares, for example, you can see there's a line that's got shares on it, and you can use that as your yardstick for measuring going forward. And to make it a lot easier, because this is a lot of information, the following slides contain a summary of these stats in a more easy to understand way. So for example, clicks has been saved is a combination of total clicks, other clicks, link clicks, and detail expands. So that's what one of the metrics is going forward, just for example.
Yeah.
So, a bit easier to understand this one. So these are your awareness metrics. So basically, the idea is to increase the awareness of Knots TV, which will mean you've got more sponsorship opportunities, and it's a really great way to track growth. and eventually you should be able to link a bump in awareness with a bump in TBA viewership figures. That's the whole reason why we're doing this. The other point is Twitter's got a high amount of impressions as well, which is interesting. Also, just to note, reach is not a thing on Twitter, so it doesn't count the amount of people. And I've also included likes on this because it's more of a passive metric, because, you know, as you're scrolling through your phone, you can like things and not really pay attention to it. Okay. And then we've got the third category, which is low and high engagement. So these are things that will tackle both your low engaged people and your high engaged people. And for this one, so basically, for example, we've got plan to post uploads to increase engagement, such as a carousel roundup of the photos of the week, an interviewee of the week. They can also promote Knots TV on their channels, which will create like a mutual awareness metric for you. Promote TV program that you want to highlight. So for example, if you say, oh, the gardening show's on tonight at this time, this channel, this day, you know, that's a really great way to kind of get things going. I've put that as a quick win as well. And you'll see it'll be on your highly engaged chart in the action column. RG pops up quite a lot. And then just to round off very quickly, these are the things that I've done extra for you. So these are bonuses. I didn't have to do this for you. So we've got the Rutland Team Talk stats presentation, which I'm pretty sure Nikki used yesterday for a client. And basically, this is a really great way to demonstrate how the statistics can be used in an everyday situation. We've got the gold stats presentation. I'm fairly sure Chris used that in a meeting with the big boss or wanted it for that.
I showed it to him, in like, hey, look at this, and he went, very nice. Like, we didn't go through it in detail.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I spoke about it and he was impressed.
Okay, that's good. So that's been used. Shows how to evaluate the effectiveness of the campaign via the stats, basically. So those are useful things that you can use as a template going forward. I've also transcribed the TBA data on spreadsheets just for future use if you want to use those stats going forward. I've created some customer profiles, so these things were little bonuses. They were not part of the SMART objectives. And then I've also taken part in the Knots TV birthday celebrations, so I ran the social media for the evening. I was on applause sign duty, as we all know. My star.
That's highlight your life today as well.
Yeah. Got a photo of us going to be framed on the mantelpiece, please. Yeah, like, have you ever been on live TV? No, but I've been next to it. Anyway. Getting behind the scenes footage for social media during rehearsals and just before the show went live, I had like a manic 10 minutes, so I talked to a bunch of people, threw it all on the social media, and then was on applause duty side. And then representing the company in the after party and continue to get content for social media.